just a big, fat panda.
I'm not a big fat panda.
I'm the big fat panda. Skadoosh.
Hello and welcome to Big Fat Panda show number 51. Our guest today is Mr. Jeremiah Good from The Laughing Place. He's constantly doing good things. It's just his name, I keep doing that, I'm sorry. Let me thank my exclusive partner, Magical Vacation Planner. If you are even thinking about a vacation to Walt Disney World, Universal, anywhere in the Orlando area, even a cruise maybe, check out pandamvp.com, that's Magical Vacation Planner, or give them a call. We'll have more on them later. So right after Hurricane Irma hit us, which actually was pretty bad here. I mean, I looked out my window and I'm like, how is that tree still up? And I got really scared. There was one point at the house, I didn't feel the house shake. It's one of those modern cinder block houses, but I felt that the windows were gonna just explode and I ran into the closet. No jokes, please. But right after it, One Man's Dream over at Disney's Hollywood Studios added two models. They added the Toy Story Land model, which looked really cool, and it wasn't anything, that I didn't expect. Actually, there was something unexpected. I knew that the Slinky Dog coaster was going to be big, but I didn't realize how sprawling. When I first looked at the model, it actually for a moment looked like two coasters until I realized it goes underneath a walkway or a bridge. So it's a really big, major coaster. Maybe family friendly, but it's a big coaster. And then they have just a little itty-bitty piece of Galaxy's Edge next to it, which looked pretty cool, and I made the most of it. There's some videos there. They're all on bigfatpanda.com. So we spent all week prepping for this Hurricane Irma, and it started to weigh on me where it was just depressing, and something was coming, and we didn't know how bad it was going to be, and will Cinderella's castle, will the spires still remain the next day? So finally, after everything was done, and the hurricane wasn't coming for another day, I said, the Magic Kingdom is open. It was open already. It's going to be closed tomorrow. Let me go. And I made this video called The Day Before Hurricane Irma, and it got an amazing amount of views. I didn't think anybody was really good. You never really know what's going to have a lot of views and what isn't. For instance, I made this video from the DVC Moonlight Magic of my friend Shelly Karen from On The Go and MCO and the Donald and Daisy dressed as dinosaurs. And I'm in the corner clapping like a little schoolgirl that they're dressed up as dinosaurs thinking this is the coolest thing. Nobody watched it. I think it still has like 70 views, which is not, common. And I was like, nobody else cares that they're dressed as dinosaurs. Then the Hurricane Before Irma video was like 40,000 views. Everybody cared about it. Anyhow, the park was really empty. I mean, people were smart. They were preparing. I had already prepared. I figured the cast members were there whether I went or not. And there was no danger that day, and I left early that day. But it was really a pretty empty park, and it was a lot of fun. And the Baseline Tap House, also at the studios, just opened up. That's the new bar area, or the new bar, I should say, over by the Sci-Fi Dine-In Theater by Muppet Vision 3D. Matt Dobrovolsky of Darth Vader 92 on YouTube. He got some pretty good video of it. Take a look at the Baseline Tap House. They are going to have beers, ciders, special California ales. They look like they have some big Bavarian pretzels also. So Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. Every year I film the parade, the fireworks. This year I've been fairly unsuccessful. I've had a lot of fun at the parties, but it's been raining, so I just have not had good luck with trying to film what I need to film the right way. So I did get some different things. The entrance is different this year. Instead of going straight down Main Street, you're making a right and you're going through that, what was a backstage area and now will house the new theater being built. And there's like statues and stuff that actually I believe Lon Smart, the Imagineer, made, and I was able to sit down with Lon. First look at the statues. Some of the statues are really cool. This is as you're walking into Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. As you know, everything in Walt Disney World starts with story. Nothing is just done for the sake of doing it. When you first walk into the Magic Kingdom on Halloween, there are these pumpkin people. You know what? I can't even explain it that good. Let Lon Smart, the Imagineer who created them, explain a little bit. There's a full video on BigFatPanda.com. Here's a little clip of the story behind some of those pumpkin people.
Like, well, Main Street's a real place where people actually work and live. So the story with this is the mayor of Main Street asks everyone who lives in the town to decorate the town for him. And they end up making these jack-o'-lantern pumpkins that represents different areas. This is one of our, the drum major for the marching band, and one of the characters that the marching band ended up putting together for this Halloween town decorating contest that the mayor put together. People who live on Main Street, like our socialites, and this debutante here is dressed very elegantly, and we actually even had a lot of fun designing her little handbag. The people who work at Town Hall ended up making one for the mayor. And that watch down there actually works. And there's a hidden Mickey on the face of it.
So if you know me for some time, this is a family-friendly show, and I don't plan to change that. I am going to cover a little bit of Halloween Horror Nights now. So you might see some things that are not as Disney-friendly. You might want to skip. I'll put the time up here as to when Halloween Horror Nights would be over. So if you skip to this time now, that's above me, you won't see anything from Halloween Horror Nights. Otherwise, everybody's sensitivity to what is and what is not family-friendly is completely different. I do believe it'll still be family-friendly. I liked the scare zones more than the houses, but the scare zones were really cool. There was a Trick or Treat scare zone. Trick or Treat is a Halloween movie. It's like an anthology with different stories. I hear that there's a sequel coming out, so take a look at the Trick or Treat scare zone. My favorite scare zone was the alien invasion. I forgot the year. I think it's either 50s or 60s, and the aliens have invaded, and there's different species of alien, and you see the ship that crash landed, and it's a lot of fun.
Someone find a rotary phone and contact the president. Let Eisenhower know we've been invaded.
This broadcast to bring you an exclusive interview. We have a survivor on the line that just escaped from the incident at Pier 31. Sir.
And now for you Disney merchandise addicts, let's go to another episode of Mouse-A-Holics with Corinne Andersson.
Hi guys, and welcome back to Mouse-A-Holic. My name is Corinne Andersson, and this month we're going to still check out some Halloween merchandise because it is still October and we are still celebrating. But next month, it's going to be Christmas, so we may look at little stuff like that too, so come along. So you may be well aware about the rose gold ear trend, which has just swept Walt Disney World and Disneyland like crazy. They're currently sold out. They were restocked this morning and already gone. But I'm telling you guys, these ears is the new thing. I think these are way, way cuter. It has a little side bow. It's original Minnie Mouse polka dot. Go for these ones instead, and don't buy those ears on eBay. That's just insane. So if you're still looking for some Halloween merchandise, some of the new stuff for this year features Mickey getting his Dr. Facilier on a little bit. You have this really cool wall decor that you can hang on your door, on your wall, and then get the matching t-shirt and just like go all out. And our cast member friend Melly over here has a little more of Mickey to showcase. So cute. So yes, I did say we're going to show some Christmas previews, but this is perfect because you can use it both for Halloween and Christmas. Haunted Mansion ornaments. These are so cool, guys. This is Madame Leota, and I'm going to see if I can let it up here. There we go. You see, it lights up. It's so cool. You also have the Hatbox Ghost and the Haunted Mansion Bride. Okay, so here's just a little sneak peek what's coming up next month. I'm a huge Christmas fanatic, so I just could not stop myself. Just look at these for a little quick second. We'll show you more next month. So that is it from us here at Halloween Town this month. Make sure you come back next month to see even more Disney merchandise. And to see Disney merchandise every day, please visit Disney Lifestylers.
So let's talk for a quick moment about my exclusive partner, Magical Vacation Planner. Again, great travel agency, Disney authorized preferred travel agency. If you wanted to get a no obligation quote, go to pandamvp.com. I will be doing for them a lot of 360 virtual reality videos, much like I did for my other sponsor. Right now we just did Lowe's Royal Pacific. The Disney ones will be coming. These 360 virtual reality tours are in 4K. High definition. They will look great on a 4K TV screen also. So if you are interested in going to Walt Disney World, give that number a call or just fill out the form at pandamvp.com for a no obligation vacation quote. Get started. Now, the best part of Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party is the creativity of some of the guests coming in. Some of these costumes floored me. I mean, little Moana and her mom was Hey Hey, adorable. But the one that really took the cake was the Beast. But it's not just the Beast. It was the Beast from the part of the movie where he's in the bathtub washing up. This guy, that was incredible. I wish I had thought of this. I would have done it.
In the bathtub.
Oh, of course.
How are you, sir?
Good, how are you doing?
The best.
Taking your picture. I was gonna keep on washing. That is
That's the greatest.
There you go. That's the commitment. Thank you.
All the guys turn me on, turn me down.
And once again, the prize for this month is a Panda shirt. There'll be one guy's shirt, one lady's shirt. All you have to do to be entered is make sure you are subscribed to bigfatpanda.com. Give this video a thumbs up and put any comments in the section at all. Anything. I love something that I could actually read and understand, but it could be the letter K. And now I will get a bunch of letter Ks. I understand this, but no, write me something, please. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I am here with somebody I know for a very long time, Mr. Jeremiah Good.
Yay!
And even though you're sick, I'll still give you a hug. How are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. When I thought about your name, I thought there's somebody in the world with the last name like B-E-T-A, and his first name is Jeremiah, and he's better. Oh. I know. That's my cheesiness.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm used to it.
There's probably a best also. So if we lined you up. All right, in any event, so okay. So now I know you. Let's start with your claim to theme parks. You know, I have this story why I love theme parks. Why and how did Jeremiah Good become a theme park nut?
Okay, let's jump in the Wayback Machine.
Okay.
This could be a little sad.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a compelling story.
It is. 1978.
Okay.
is the first picture I have of my first visit to Disneyland.
And you were how old?
4 years old.
Okay.
Yes, I'm old. I went with my mother, my father, my aunt and uncle, my grandparents, and my little sister. My father died in 1980. So that memory is still in my head as one of the few things. Right after my father died, my mother decided to take us out to Florida, out here, for the getaway, let's try to just love life. And we came to Walt Disney World. And that's always been my escape location, is Walt Disney World.
So that was a successful trip.
Yes.
It worked. It reestablished the family.
Yes, it did. We were very close. And since then, almost every vacation that I'd taken when I became an adult was to Walt Disney World. Jump forward 4 years ago. Life changes happened, so I moved out to Florida. And that's when I met you.
How much of moving to Florida had to do with Disney?
All of it. Every single bit of it. The person who I moved out with used to be at the Adventurers Club, one of my very good friends. He and his wife said, if you need to come out, if you need a place, come on out. I came out, stayed at their place for a few months, and then established my own life. And now, 4 years later, I keep going, I'm going to go back to California. So yeah, I met you, and now it's been 4 years, and I slowly, when I moved out, I had no plans. I had been doing the Window to the Magic podcast.
Okay, and you're still doing that?
I do it off and on. I actually did this summer, we did my trip to China from last year of Hong Kong and Shanghai.
You went to the Disneyland in Hong Kong and Shanghai?
I did. I was opening day in Shanghai. And the unique thing about that podcast is it's the binaural headphones. Remember Sounds Dangerously?
Yes.
It's all that. So if I'm standing on Main Street in Hong Kong and Paint the Night is coming down, you can listen to it come this way and continue and go this way.
I like that.
I've been doing that since before I moved out here. Moved out here, one of my friends was the person in charge of Laughing Place, laughingplace.com.
Okay, well, let's also let's do Window to the Magic.
Window to the Magic.
How do I get there? Is it iTunes?
It's on iTunes.
And it's Windows or Window?
Window to the Magic, all one word.
Okay, and now the big thing is laughingplace.com.
Laughing Place is really my
home.
Yeah, I say that my fake job is where I get my money. My real job, Laughing Place, is where I dedicate most of my time. And don't get much money. But I have lots of fun.
I think I met the people. Or is it a couple that owns Laughing Place?
Yes, Rebecca and Doobie.
I think I've met them.
They started the site way back in the late 90s. They, when the internet first came around, Laughing Place was always one of the #1 sites I'd go to when I lived in California. They always did an update at 3 p.m., 5 o'clock out here. That was their own deal. Plus, back then it wasn't, we couldn't update on the fly. They continued, they've expanded. Today we cover Walt Disney World, Disneyland, the Walt Disney Company, the movies, the games, Marvel Comics. We are across the board Disney through and through. I actually, when I was out in California last week, did a promotional event for the Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Men Tell No Tales, now available on digital and soon on Blu-ray. Promotional fun thing at the beach. So cool. It's kind of like no matter where I go, they seem to track me down and go, hey, you can cover this.
But you're their go-to Disney World guy.
Yes, and I love that, and I will never turn anything down.
Laughing Place is always, it seems like it's been there for so long that it's always been like a rock of the Disney community.
It's been one of the initial ones. I mean, Deb with All Ears has always been there, Laughing Place.
That's why I was going to compare it, like that longevity too, yeah.
Yeah, and then some of the California ones. We actually started in California, and then they moved out here to Florida a few years, probably 7-8 years ago.
Okay, no, that's fine. Let's cover just very quickly Shanghai and Hong Kong. I've heard from Rob Alvey what he thought of them. Give me the difference that you feel in the two parks, and if I want to know which one you prefer, don't hold back.
Just between those two?
They're not following us.
Oh. Just between those two?
Yeah.
Hong Kong is Disneyland. So much to the point where I walked into quite a few of the attractions and went, I could have flown to California for this.
Okay. Even the layout of the land, everything feels like
There's lots of similarities.
Except Chinese people.
Yes. Disneyland also has lots of Japanese tourists, so not the same, but at the same time, lots of similarities between Disneyland and Hong Kong Disneyland, even to the fact that Hong Kong Disneyland was built with the blueprints of Disneyland.
Okay.
They pretty much took Sleeping Beauty Castle, the blueprints, and built it.
Gotcha.
My biggest disappointment to Hong Kong Disneyland was waiting 45 minutes for their Buzz Lightyear. I'm like, okay, great, Buzz Lightyear.
Tell me it's exactly the same.
It is exactly the... Well, it was exactly the same. It just closed. Disneyland, they took the blueprints over. For those of you who haven't been to Buzz Lightyear in Disneyland, it is different than Walt Disney World, but it's built in the old Circle Vision building. At one point, there's a curvature of the room. In Hong Kong, they built the curvature of the room for a brand new attraction.
Even though they didn't need to.
Didn't at all.
That's pretty funny.
I got out and was just so upset.
Yeah, but they have Mystic Manor.
Mystic Manor, which is... I've said it's my #1 attraction. It keeps changing on what my favorite attraction is around the world, but it's up there in my top 5.
I'm hoping whatever Journey into Imagination does become, I'm just hoping a Mystic Manor type thing goes in there.
Well, Mystic Manor is a trackless, so since we're getting Ratatouille, which is a trackless, they'll probably just keep that.
They seem to be going, when they find something they like a trackless system, they seem to replicate it a lot in things. Like, the Star Wars, we're getting a trackless, isn't the Rebel thing?
And again, this is all
rumor,
stuff.
Right?
Rumors.
We don't know this stuff.
We know nothing.
I just thought that. What is the name of that ride? Do we know that?
No.
Okay.
The First Order Escape attraction is going to be, from what I've seen, more of a single track, like old school. People say great movie ride, but I don't think they'll go back to that.
Oh, single track. Okay, I thought that was kind of confirmed trackless, but that's just in.
We can only hope.
Yeah, and Guardians of the Galaxy. Just while I got you on this topic, we have no idea really what's going there, right?
No.
I mean, we do know another building is being built behind the Ellen building, but we don't know what it's for.
There has to be, because that building, while it's large, can't accommodate anything other than 3-4 different rooms.
Right.
So
Okay.
We'll see.
All right. So getting back to Hong Kong. Okay. So now you go to Shanghai, and we know that castle is.
That castle is amazing, but you don't have the emotional connection.
I've heard
because
that from everyone.
It's a mix and match of different castles. Like, I could look at it from a different angle and see different castles. At one point, I'm looking, I was like, that's Lady Tremaine's house from Cinderella. And then you'll walk around and you're like, okay, that could be this castle. It's huge.
Does it feel like? I think it was Rob Alvey from Theme Park Review said it feels like a building within a facade rather than the building as the thing itself. Something about that. Does that?
It definitely has that feeling, because where Sleeping Beauty Castle, you walk through the entrance and you go through the other side. This one, you don't walk through the entrance.
Oh, that's the... Yeah.
They have a gate. The inside has an Arribas Brothers crystal shop, has another shop, has their royal table type restaurant, which is beautiful. But it could almost be like its own land.
Have you eaten in these places?
Yes.
Is the food very different, or do they try to Americanize it for tourists, or is it mainly Chinese food? I'm really asking like a silly question because I don't know.
Hong Kong had quite a few different options. Like, of course, they had pizza. And then,
they did. I wouldn't have known that. I would have thought...
On Main Street and in Adventureland, they have squid.
Oh. Yum.
Especially the smell. It's one of those smells that will stay in my nose for a lifetime. Every time I walk down Main Street here or in Disneyland, it's right on Flower Street. They had a big cart, and it sold squid. Like,
is it fried? Like Italians eat the...
No,
I don't.
It's almost like jerky type.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it like on a stick? Like...
No, it's this big flat.
Oh.
Yeah, it's...
That's weird.
Yeah.
But it's amazing that if you grew up with that, it would be totally normal to you to just get a squid pop.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder do they have a funny name for it? Or
no, it was just
squid.
Yeah.
Not like Ursula's Children or anything.
Oh.
All right, so it's Halloween time. We talked about Halloween Horror Nights, so we're going to get to that. Let's go to, you went to California just a couple of days ago.
Yes.
And you went to the Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Hollywood.
Yes.
We'll compare them, but as a whole, what do you think of the event?
So...
Oh, that's my reaction to Orlando right now. Okay, go ahead.
Truth be told, I worked at Universal for 7 years. Universal in California.
In California?
Yes. It's my home. I will always love it. No matter how much it's changed, no matter how many screen rides they put up, it will still be there. I had the pleasure of going to Horror Nights opening night.
Now, they don't have Irma as an excuse, the way we have here.
No, but they have much more limitations. Where Universal Orlando has lots of space for mazes. Their mazes are put in queues behind the Mummy attraction.
Oh, okay. Tents.
Yes.
Okay.
Lots of that. The biggest difference, and I did Horror Nights here last night, so I can have a little bit of compare and contrast. Universal Hollywood, and even my friends who are out there who work there told me this. Like, don't expect a lot from things. So... Let's do a virtual walkthrough, Sam.
Okay. I always thought because it was Hollywood, they had access to like better props and things, and I've always seen things that look better than what we've had inside the houses.
They have amazing masks. They have great talent, but their limitation shows at times. The Insidious house. They have a full house dedicated to Insidious. You walk in, beautiful scene. You start walking, there's a black transition hall with shoulder high, as my friends who work there call it, boo holes, where they just go, bah! They just go, bah! Okay. And it's got the little black curtains, black strings, so that's... And then you turn the corner, and you walk another black transition hall. Same boo hole, same black transition hall. You turn the corner, there's a third.
They're losing it, yeah. Right, and if you don't have that much space, you got to do good sets.
Exactly. And I will give them the sets that they did were amazing, but it's kind of like the money was spent in one location, but the transition halls, not so much. I've heard that the Jacks here, the Jack Nicholsons, are all face characters. There, they are masks that look just like Jack.
Did you ever hear of a guy named Quinn Roseboom from Attractions Magazine?
I think I've heard of him.
Yeah, I heard that he knows somebody who does one of the Jack Nicholson face characters. He does a good job too, I heard.
I'll have to search that.
Danny boy! Okay,
but the sets were great. They had beautiful... The bathroom had a great projection on the shower girl.
Oh, the old woman didn't come out?
No.
Well, we have.
Yes, I've heard that. I love Dead Waters.
Okay. That set, when you... First of all, was it Fulton's Crab House at first?
That's exactly what I thought. I was like, did they just pull this? No, that was... I walked...
A gorgeously done house.
I did the Stay and Scream. Walked right into American Horror Story, which is beautiful. American Horror Story in California is very beautiful, but it's just Roanoke. Oh. It's not all three of the scenes... or all three of the series, but with that you can walk through and you get to the end and you go like, wow, this is a beautiful... Oh, and this is where they run out of money.
But that Dead Waters, it was...
Yes, I walked out and said that was probably one of the best houses that I've been to in a long time. When
you first walk in and look at that boat or whatever, I almost thought, this looks permanent. It doesn't look like something somebody put up for a season. It looks so detailed and beautiful. Have they ever used that before?
I've never seen that. And there used to be a set or a restaurant in California that was kind of that thing. And at first I thought, did they just ship that out here?
I feel like it was so good. I know it probably isn't, but I feel like it was a set that they said, okay, make it look horrible.
Yeah.
And because it was awesome. Okay, so Dead Waters I did like.
But the part where you're walking on that slant, I love that.
Okay, this I gotta say, you'll tell me that. I get scared in these houses. I do. I try not to. I do. The slant, you're walking through the slant, and the scare actors are coming out from here, and you are technically being a little pushed near them, that it scared me more that I cannot get away on this slant. I thought I was going to roll into them.
Yeah.
Like a wrecking ball. I would have killed one. Did you feel that insecurity that I'm going to... Okay.
No, there was definitely the hold on to the wall and you're walking and like, okay. I did see a guest in a wheelchair. They have a back passage for them.
Okay.
So they missed that part. But yeah, and the rest of the house was amazing.
What are you most excited for of the new stuff coming?
The new stuff coming...
Star Wars, Toy Story, Star Wars Hotel, all the new stuff. Just what's the most... Oh, I wish it was here today for you.
I'm going to go completely left field.
Ooh.
And say...
The alien ride, the three-eyed alien... No, I'm kidding.
You mean alien spinning saucers?
Yes, is that what it's called? Is that what it's called?
Yes.
Aliens spinning saucers. Wow, I wish they'd be more literal about it.
Well, and it seems that they love the acronyms for the Pixar rides.
And I'm sorry, I interrupted your thought. I want to hear what you're...
I would say Tron coaster.
Oh.
But I rode that in Shanghai, and I am well beyond excited for that. But, and this will be something a lot of people haven't thought of. What's the number one thing that you remember from the Guardians films? The music.
Oh, that's just there all the time, so I didn't...
But
okay.
So let's think. And this is no fact behind this, just lots of thought. If Star-Lord visited Epcot post-opening, we figured out probably 84, 85.
They've said that.
Yeah, he came after it had opened, which he was born in 81, so probably 84, 85, because he was abducted in 88, I believe, 86.
Sounds right.
That was the height of Epcot Center. You and I both
Horizons
own every single CD that came out or record. We're going to get classic Epcot music back.
Okay, that'd be awesome.
You know, we're going to have Listen to the Land again. We're going to have all that.
Hope.
Because if they're going to do something like that, it'll have to have the tie. And
Tomorrow's
what better...
child.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and they can put them all in there. They don't just have to put in Universe of Energy.
All right, that'd be cool. How are all the ways that we can follow you, apart from Laughing Place and Window to the Magic podcast?
My main way is my Twitter, at Jeremiah Good. Instagram, Jeremiah Good.
I don't have to do this again because it's the same.
Yeah, it is.
thing.
I went easy. Like, nobody has Jeremiah Good. I'm going to look for Jeremiah Better,
Better.
Jeremiah Best.
Like, I figure like BETA, like
Beta?
Better, yeah.
Wouldn't that kind of like butter?
I'm just thinking of what's more realistic. Maybe there's an Italian Jeremiah and he's BETTA or something. And he's better than you, technically.
Yes.
I think that's telling us that we've done what we need to do here.
I think so.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, my friend.
I'll talk to you soon, man.
Yes.
And there you have it, show number 51. Thanks again for joining me. We're going to start to see my favorite season soon. Maybe a little bit will creep in next month, a month after for sure. Christmas time, I cannot wait. Once again, if you are planning a trip to Walt Disney World, check out my exclusive partner, Magical Vacation Planner. For a no-obligation vacation quote, check out pandamvp.com. You just fill that form out and you will get a no-obligation vacation quote. Or call the number and you will be connected to a friendly Disney-authorized vacation planner. These people are awesome. I mean, really, I've tested them. They don't even know what I've called myself. But you really simply can't get better. I am telling you that from my heart. Go forth, create pandemonium, and above all, keep giving out those panda hugs. I will see you back here next month. Thank you all. Until then, Panda out.